Well, got a trailer solution, and it's another YouTuber saving my butt. On this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and very fuzzy studio audience. Yep, it's Rusty, the world-famous Meatball Dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, so here's the big reveal on what's going on trailer-wise. Hey, if you've been following my videos, yeah, I had that catastrophic trailer issue where the brake was broke somehow and stayed against the drum, heated everything up, heated the spindle, the hub, and all that, so that all had to be replaced. And of course, yeah, I heard the two words you don't want to hear, axle surgeon, which means they gotta put a new at least stub of the axle on there. So it was going to cost $3,600 to just fix the axle part of the trailer. And that trailer has other issues that I've needed to fix. I was planning on replacing it fairly soon anyway. To get it completely up to snuff would have cost me around 18 grand. Yeah, obviously didn't have that, and I'm not going to spend that much money on an 18-year-old trailer. So that's when I had to go rent the trailer from Penske, had to pay for cross-docking to go ahead and get the load delivered, yada, yada, yada. Did a few coyote loads, made it back to Oklahoma City, turned the trailer in, and was trying to figure out what in the heck to do. So I was looking at other options. My wife and I were contacting our bank and saying, okay, we've got a HELOC, if you don't know what that is, home equity line of credit. Luckily, we bought our house at the right time, about 13, 14 years ago, when everybody was upside down in their mortgages. So houses were cheaper, and now the value of our house has shot up because, of course, houses are way too expensive now. But that means we could tap into some money on our home equity line of credit, refinance that, which we didn't really want to have to do, but my God, what else are we going to do? So we were able to contact the bank. They were able to approve us for that. So I started shopping around, going on truck paper, looking for trailers to buy, and that's not a fun process. And if you watched my previous videos, I decided I needed to get at least a 2019, preferably more like a 2022, because you know, so many shippers will not load a trailer if it's over 10 years old. Many won't load if it's over 9 years old. I've run into those. One of the coyote loads I just did was one of those. So my trailer was a 2016 Hyundai. So it had, you know, not even a year left on that before I'd start getting rejected. And I know a lot of you put in the comments, well, but, you know, it might not really be an issue. Yeah, a lot of the places require a picture of the registration plate on the front of the trailer. They want to inspect it and everything. So yeah, at least for dry vans, that is an issue. So ideally, I wanted to get like a 2022, but that was going to cost, as everything I was finding on truck paper, anywhere from $27,000 to $29,000 or more. And I hate to spend that much. I only planned to truck maybe another 8 years, so a 2022 would work perfect. And I was going through all of my comments on all these videos the other night. Luckily, I did all that on, this was Sunday night, and stumbled across a comment from Tony. Tony, Tourette's Trucker. If you don't know his channel, you should. Tony's an awesome guy. I met him years ago. I happened to be filling up at the TA in Columbia, South Carolina, I think. He had pulled up behind me and he hopped out and he said, hey, I know you. And we got to talking. We took some video together. And then when I was in the middle of doing my remodel on my Coronado, he was in Cheyenne. I went by and picked him up, brought him to the house and showed him what I was doing. And we've been friends ever since. So he's another YouTuber, just like me. And we've stayed in touch over the years. Well, he knew, I catch up on his videos, I watch what he's doing, he follows me. So he knew I was in big trouble, and he had a dry van, a 2022 Wabash dry van. Here's a pic for you. And he hadn't been using it for quite a while, because he bought it back in 2022, brand new. And then he got into tanking, and so he's been doing that, because that paid better. And it's just been sitting. And he was to the point where now he needs to just get rid of it. And there's a certain payoff amount, which was less than what I could buy a newer, or buy another 2022 anywhere else from. And so basically we joined together, and I'm helping Tony by getting him out from under that loan. And he's helping me by giving me a 2022 Wabash dry van in really good shape, because he takes real good care of his stuff. Probably a lot better than me, actually. Tony's very particular about that kind of stuff. So we talked last week, or earlier this week, it was earlier this week, and made a deal. I need something right away. I paid $370 to rent that Wabash from Penske for 1 week. Plus, I had to pay the cross-docking, $665. I had to pay our insurance extra money for the cargo insurance. Cost a lot just to finish doing that load and to pick up a few more for the week. So basically, he's due for a payment again around the 13th of September. So I'm going to pay that off, because now I got approval on the HELOC loan. So I'm going to take it from him, and yet I'm going to pick it up tomorrow, which would be the 30th. He's going to let me go ahead and pick it up. He's got it plated, he's got it insured, so I can go do another load and get back through the house and start doing my lignite and cereal and all that stuff again, because he's such a good guy. So again, we're two truckers working together to help each other out. So once we made this deal, then I went to City Trailer. I had to get my stuff off of my old trailer. You can see my Watch Clutch Trucker on YouTube sign up there. That was on the back of my trailer. I had 2 more signs on each side. I forgot when I put them on years ago. I had glued them down. So to try to get them off, they got all mangled up. I had to throw them away. So I'll have to, order a couple of new ones. But at least I have the one right there that I can put on the back of Tony's trailer. So we got that. I got my app way off, my no-scale truck scale, the sensor. Let me show you real quick what that looks like. It just this little tiny thing that goes on there on the airline. You attach it with one of these, quick connect to the airbag on the trailer. So that way you can get an estimate once you've calibrated it. Then you know roughly within a couple hundred pounds what your load weighs and if you need to go to a cat scale or not. This is a nice way to avoid paying for cat scales. What do you think? Also got my ladder off. I had a ladder hanging on the inside of the door, got my hooks and everything else. Got everything on, and the plate. Yeah, it was an Oklahoma plate right there. Look at how rusted it got, from being on that thing for damn near 8 years. I only actually had to take this bolt out, and the rest just all kind of broke off. And I had initially talked to City Trailer, where it's parked right now, in Oklahoma City. Great shop, by the way. Their rates are pretty good, and they were less than anybody else would have been. They came out and chained up my axle so I could get it over to them. And I initially asked them last week when I was there, hey, is this something you'd be interested in? I know you really can't pay me much for it, but I need to get out from under it, just like Tony needed to get out from under the newer one he has. And then also Vlad, I want to say a shout out to Vlad. Thank you, buddy. He contacted me on the email over the weekend, and I hadn't heard back from City Trailer yet. So he made me an offer. And then of course, the next day, City Trailer said, yeah, they'd take it, and I had talked to them first. So just to be fair, I went with the guys who talked to me first. Vlad was second in line if they didn't want to come through. So Vlad, again, thank you for emailing me at clutchtrucker@gmail.com, because if they hadn't taken it, he would have taken it, because he was going to work on it himself and get it up to snuff. So now I am essentially out from under my other trailer. I don't have to pay for the repairs. They're not going to charge me for the storage fees, which was $20 a day. That would have already been at this point about $160. And they gave me a scratch. All right, so which is a little bit better than Vlad was going to do, because I was just trying to get rid of it. But again, Vlad, thank you so much for contacting me. I hope you continue to watch this channel. And again, sorry we couldn't work a deal, but I got to be fair and go with the first offer, and there you go. And they had first dibs. Okay, so then I got a hold of Tony, and now he's got this great 2022. I'll show you another pic right here that really hasn't run much, and it's only one owner, and I know the owner, because it's Tony, Tourette's trucker, takes good care of his stuff. So that's going to be the new trailer for Clutch Trucker. So left Oklahoma City last night, Wednesday the 28th. Drove all through the night. All through the night. Just east of Little Rock, they're doing maintenance on or redoing a new bridge. All it said was road work ahead, right lane closed, okay, fine. And then we all of a sudden come to a stop. Sat there for 47 minutes. I went ahead and went live. Some of you may have seen that video from late last night. So I'm like, well, might as well go live here. And I kind of gave another tease about what's happening with me and Tony. And now here I am at the Petro in Dodge City, Alabama. Just about 2 to 3 hours away from where Tony's got that trailer parked. Going to go meet him there tomorrow. We're going to sign some documents, make it all legal stuff. What do you think? And then I got a load picking up in Covington, Georgia on Saturday, getting me back up to Denver for a Monday night delivery on the holiday even. And then Tuesday I got to run through the house. I can drop off laundry. I got to pick up the title for the trailer I left at City Trailer, get that notarized. Got to sign some other stuff for the bank so we can get the HELOC so I can pay Tony for the trailer I will have already had at that point. And then I can start running loads again. I've already got another lignite load booked for Tuesday the 3rd. That takes me to Wisconsin for the 5th. Nothing booked past that, but I'm going to have a almost new trailer for me now to go with my newer truck. And then the whole plan is hopefully Clutch Trucker can keep trucking and keep making some money for the family. We didn't have to, want to have to refinance with the blah, 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 but, you do what you got to do. And did have my wife take my dead father's Rolex to a jeweler there in Cheyenne, and we did get $6,000 for that. So that's something. So that cash is going to keep us floating for the past couple of weeks. All this money I've had to lay out and not making much coming in, and keep us floating for a little while. You hate to sell an heirloom like that, but I'm not one of those people that's all about things. I have great memories of my father, and the way I look at this is a way for my father from beyond the grave to help me and my family keep afloat and keep making a living, and it just gives us another good memory of what a great guy my father was. So I know some people can't part with stuff like that. I don't have a problem with that. If it's going to keep my family afloat, then it's just a nice other memory of my father helping me from beyond the grave keep my family afloat and keeping us alive. And through the magic of editing, you didn't have to see me start to tear up at the end of that last clip. But I love my father. He was a great guy. And this is a great way for him to help out my family now. And that's what it's all about. Okay, so there's the whole story, the whole rundown. Tony, Tourette's Trucker, thank you so much. I'm not too far away from him. Like I say, we'll take a whole bunch of video tomorrow. He's got to put some on his channel, right? I got to put some on mine. But they're very thankful to me for buying their trailer out that they're not able to use right now, that they still have to pay for and insure and keep it registered. And it's really going to help me out. So, like I say, here's two truckers helping each other out, which is the way it should be. And I wish more people would do this. And thanks to YouTube, this is a way for a couple of guys who didn't know each other a few years ago, and yet here we are, and we're able to help each other out so we can both keep trucking, keep doing what we need to do to take care of our families. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So watch for the next video when you'll see me and Tony and the trailer and everything else. And I told him, well, we'll do all that. We'll sign the paperwork, and I'm taking you out to a good lunch. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful thing. And I had mentioned in my last video, a City Trailer, by the way, huge facility. They've got a whole bunch of service bays. And as I said before, they service all of Love's tanker trucks or tanker trailers. You can, if you got a trailer you need to park, or you just need to park, $20 a night. They got showers. They got a lounge. It's a good place out there. It's just a little bit further west of the TA West in Oklahoma City off Reno Road. But they're real good guys. And so they're buying my old trailer from me, even though it's not really usable as a trailer much anymore. They're probably going to sell it for a storage trailer or something. But they helped me out, and then they didn't make me pay for the storage fees for all that time. It's been sitting there over a week now. So if you need any trailer repairs in the Oklahoma City area, by the way, I would recommend City Trailer. Ding, ding, ding. There you go. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yeah, happy to pass along on this good news. Yeah, well, you know, we had to finance our butts off and everything to make it work. So we're just going to owe money for the rest of our friggin' lives until we die. But hey, we got it to work. And thanks again to Tony, Tourette's Trucker, for helping us out. And we're helping him out. So the main story of this video, 2 truckers helping each other out. That's the way it should be. We should all try to do that a little bit more. And now it's 2 YouTube truckers helping each other out. So it's a beautiful thing. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment. Get your comments as soon as I can. Sometimes it takes a few days because I'm a working truck driver. Clutch Trucker on Instagram. Clutch Trucker on Twitter X. Clutch Trucker 5 on TikTok. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty. Out. Welcome home, son. Where's he been? Oh, we took a little trip to see his grandparents. Would that be your parents, ma'am? No. Well, I thought your parents were dead, H.I. We thought Nathan Jr. should see their final resting place. How would you boys like a drink? Okay, you're very excited. I know. Those are my chips. I'll get your bacon strips. You ready for those? Ready for those? All right, we'll give you the big one first. There you go. Happy dog. Eating his bacon strip. He's eating his bacon strip. Oh, yeah. And I got a few little pieces for you as soon as you finish that one up. There you go. Here you go. Oh, is there a piece on the floor? Oh, you found it. Yep. All right. You're old, but you can find bacon strips, that's for sure. Right, Rusty? Oh, yeah. Here's another one. There you go. Happy dog. Happy dog. One more little piece. There you go, buddy. Oh, yes. Let's get that happy dog look.